I'm Shannon. I'm talking all about manifesting and keeping it as a lifestyle. And I was thinking about talking about inner conversations, right? We're having inner conversations all the time. You are thinking about situations and conversations that you're having with all different people in your life, okay? So let's get deliberate about the conversations that you're having with your specific person. What is that conversation you're having? Okay, so you want it to look like this. You want it to look like the way you want it to be. If you're going to create an imaginal conversation, you're living in the end that you have your desire. Okay, go beyond just having the manifestation now. Let's say with a specific person and they manifested into your life, like right now. But let's go farther into the future. Okay, you want to feel the solidity that the relationship is solid. Feel that the relationship is solid. Practice the conversation you would have if you are in the relationship already for 6 months and it's solid and it feels good. And what are you saying to each other? Okay, so imaginal conversations could be casual things that we have throughout the day. Hey babe, what are you doing? After work, I'm gonna hit the gym and then I'll be home. Like, imagine you're living together, right? That's what your specific person is saying. And like, you're on the phone, you're having a conversation. Hey, okay, I'll see you when you get home. And you're talking about like what you're having for dinner. That's an imaginal conversation, implying that you're living together, you're together in a solid relationship, okay? You can have imaginal conversations like that. I recommend you also get more detailed in it because you want to start thinking about, it's really important to start thinking about, how do the conversations look? What do you want someone to tell you? The more you practice it, you will have those conversations. So if in the past you had relationships that they were not emotionally available, they didn't open up, they didn't share their feelings, this is your, I was going to say chance, not really chance. You could create this reality by practicing it, okay? Practice seeing and being with a partner who is emotionally available and open. Okay, so you have to go look deeply. What does that look like? I am so in love with you. You are everything in my life. And, what are you responding back? I love you too. Look at this amazing life we have together. Okay, now maybe it's something that you feel like you're going to practice the inner conversation that feels more natural for like how you talk and how you imagine the dynamic of your relationship. But practice hearing, okay? And when I say hearing, it doesn't mean you have to hear their voice so distinctly and clearly. You practice how would you feel if they were saying to you how much you mean to them and that they want to they want to spend time with you every day, and you brighten their day and make them feel so good about themselves, and you are the person that inspires them to be a better person in life, okay? Imagine that they're completely opening their feelings to you and how you're responding back, okay? When we don't practice these conversations and we wonder why the relationship is not opening up, it's because in your own mind you haven't even practiced that, and if you don't know, you're not experiencing it. Okay, all right, Kimmy, is it Kimmy? I've been lately getting a lot of limiting beliefs. Okay, well, here's what's great, you're catching it. Okay, before, when you were unconscious, like you were not aware of your own thoughts, you didn't pay attention to your beliefs and your limiting beliefs. So look at like the fact that you're aware and you're saying, okay, I have a lot of limiting beliefs. That's okay. You've recognized that now. As you have a thought that is limiting, like, don't decide right now I'm going to try to do an overhaul, but just let it, as a thought appears and you think, wait a minute, that's not something I want to believe, right? Then you change it in the moment. So if your belief is, relationships are hard to sustain. I mean, I don't know what happens after 3 months because they usually fall apart. Now that's a limiting belief because it's not true. And you're looking at the past to define your future, which you don't, that's it. Like, we know when we're awake, that doesn't have to, one thing doesn't have to be the result. Okay. So change that limiting belief. Relationships in my life can be really strong, and I want it to be a strong, long-lasting relationship and deep to the core of our being. All right, Kelsey, I manifested him back. Well, first of all, congratulations on that, okay? Because that's a great accomplishment, right? So acknowledge that, because even if you say then, whatever happened, that's okay. You already manifested him back. You know it was you. And then you want to remember that. So you know you did it once, you can do it again. Okay, and then I don't know what, I didn't finish. So, and then he randomly blocked me. Did I subconsciously create him blocking me? Well, I don't know what exactly happened. Did he come back in your life and then it was going great, and then when he was not with you, you started having old assumptions? Or, yeah, you said him. So did you have old assumptions like, where is he going? What is he doing? Okay, so maybe in the moment you had old assumptions, so you want to catch that. It could be something just old that's popping up. What your job is to do is, even if you don't see them or they blocked you, he randomly blocked you. Well, you noticed that, but what happened when that happened? When you were blocked, did you feel like, oh no, what did I do? What's going on? And did you dwell on that for a long time? But because your job is to, when you see you're blocked, okay, by the way, it's not a big deal, because you did it once, you can do it again. And you can do it even faster because you know how to do it. Like manifest him. So you got blocked. Here's what I want you to get to: the place where it's like, okay, I'm blocked. Like, just observe it for a moment. Okay, learn to observe it. I got blocked. Okay, wait. Have I been doubting and worrying? Okay, yeah, maybe I have. Or no, I haven't. I've been really solid on what I'm thinking. Okay, then it's just an old thought. No big deal. I'm going to start affirming. This is what you need to be doing. We're talking every day, okay? He came back into my life. He wants to be with me. Keep affirming what you were doing before, and you keep that. Okay, don't let the outer reality make a decision for you. You get to make the decision. You make the final decision. If something's not working out, even by a certain time frame, don't say that it didn't happen. Okay, if you say it didn't happen, you're slowing that manifestation down. It is happening. It's still happening. It's working. Okay. So you go back to your affirmations and imaginal scenes. You can do this. You already did it once. Anya. 1 year of manifesting and loving myself more. Had a missed call from your SP today. That's amazing. Okay, so great. Congratulations. Do you see how you feel better? You feel more secure within, right? The building within who we are, feeling confident, secure in relationship to this particular person. I want to get married fast. How do I manifest it? All right, well, you start affirming. Imagine you're getting married, okay? So you want to start in your mind already preparing that, assuming that your assumptions are manifesting. So is it a particular person? Is it someone new? Start imagining, what does that feel like to be in a solid relationship where you know it's a lifetime? You feel that, you conjure that feeling within. You affirm that, okay? If you're currently dating someone, if you're with someone right now and you want to manifest marriage with them, start picturing you are married. What does it look like? What does your ring look like? What did your wedding look like? Imagine you could create an imaginal scene that it's like 1 year anniversary, and and you're celebrating. It's a year later, it's almost going to be your anniversary, and you are having a conversation. Even if you don't have a specific person, it could be the idea of a person. If you kind of have a type, or just, you don't have to imagine the exact person. You kind of can imagine that there's a body next to you, and what does that feel like? And imagine you're having a conversation with them about, like, this past year has been the most amazing year. Our marriage, our wedding was the best day of our life, right? That's a conversation, inner conversation you could have with your person. It's still a specific person, and you can affirm it's done. It's happening now. Okay, how do you manifest fast? As fast as you can convince yourself, because truly, it's persuading yourself of this new reality that already exists. So how fast can you manifest it? As fast as you will persuade yourself that it's true. Okay, that means you're not having opposing thoughts, worries, and doubts. Okay, you're not there. You are right here saying, yes, this is mine. It's within me. I have this. Okay, conjure up some feelings. It doesn't mean emotion, but like that idea when you are in a relationship and you're married, that feels different than being alone and single and doing things by yourself. Okay, you can replicate that feeling in you. Autumn. So you want to know how to deal with triggers from the 3D. All right, first of all, the 3D reality, you understand it's just you. It's a reflection of you. I just find that to be the most powerful, right? When you know it's coming from you, all you have to do is change you and your perception about it. Okay, so what can you do in the moment? I get it. You're working towards that. I understand that. Okay, but remember, it's coming from you. All right, so what's triggering you? Well, in the moment, you can do a technique. Maybe it's breathing. Maybe it's thinking about something else, changing the topic. That's what you can do when you're getting triggered, just to relax a little bit. Nobody likes to be in that situation. I mean, really, when I'm like if I've been triggered in the past, it's like watch it for a moment. You can breathe. Breathing really helps calm your nervous system down. So you could do it doesn't matter what type of breathing, just breathe in and out really slowly, right? For like 3 to 5 times, just to calm yourself down. That when you're doing a breathing technique, the goal is that you're paying attention to your breath. You're trying to focus your mind on something different, not on what's going on all out there, but to focus your mind, to train your mind to be disciplined. Okay, so that's why a breathing technique can be very powerful to do in that moment. Change the subject, meaning don't focus on that and try to change it and create a solution in that moment. Give yourself a break and then come back to it. Say your affirmations. Say to yourself, that's not what I want. I don't want that reality. What do I want? And then you affirm the reality you want. When you get really solid on knowing you're the operant power and you're creating the reality, this reality or your reality, it's powerful because it helps you. First of all, you created all the trigger. You created everything that's happening. And do you know why that's powerful? Because you have the power to create something new in this now moment. So when you react to the trigger, you keep that all in place. If you could calm yourself, right? Or just detach, whatever feels better, like detaching, calming yourself. And then you work on, because the present moment is creating your future. So in the present moment, focus on the reality that you would like to be experiencing. Okay, what do you want it to look like? You can go general, which means I just want to feel better. I want this day to get better. I don't know how, somehow, some way. So that would be not reacting to the trigger, but reacting to a future goal. Somehow, some way. I just want to feel better. I want to get over this. I want to feel better. I want good things to happen to me. Okay, you get your thoughts in that direction. And that would be like kind of a really gentle way to do it. Okay, Angel. Third party blocking again. He's saying need to wait to see me. All right, third party blocking. Okay, first of all the story that you're getting caught up in, if there's a third party, do not pay any attention to them. Don't give them any importance. Okay, so instead of focusing on all this stuff, whatever he's saying that you don't like third party being involved, don't pay attention to that story. Your job is to bring everything to yourself, like your own life and your thoughts. Bring your thoughts to yourself and bring your thoughts to self-love, okay? To affirmations about how brilliant you are and amazing and beautiful, and the self-love affirmations, I am a priority affirmations. Okay, you could listen to my I am the prize video on YouTube. It's powerful. Or the I am affirmations. Getting to a state of more confidence and security within you. When you're feeling secure, that stuff's not gonna bother you. So you need to get more into a state of security. I am secure. I intend to feel secure. I intend to take control of my life. I intend to feel confident. I am. What if I was really confident? What would that look like? That would feel really nice. It would feel great. What if I was really secure? What would that look like? Okay, those are the things you can be doing in that moment to kind of picture what it looks like. Because your goal, like when you in your mind imagine, that's still focusing on your goal, because you're saying what if, and it's loosening up maybe resistance. No thank you. When do I know my self-concept is solid? Well, you would be feeling pretty good, pretty confident, pretty like sure about yourself. Do you feel pretty sure about yourself, like who you are? There's different areas of self-concept also. There's the areas of self-concept of self-love, self-acceptance. There's the area of self-concept that's like, I am a powerful person who knows how to manifest anything, right? There's self-concept in relationship to who you are at work and who you are with your friends and with your family, okay? So I think we'll always be thinking about and growing our self-concept. You don't need to have the best self-concept to manifest a person. But if it's really low, like if your self-esteem and you have a lot of insecurities are really low, definitely that is what you want to build on that, okay? Because you want to feel like you're a prize. You want to feel like you're a priority. Not only that, it's going to create a relationship that is long lasting. You need a foundation for a relationship, okay? So I don't want you to make a condition like, oh, I'm not manifesting this person or something into my life because of my self-concept. We can manifest those things into our life even if our self-concept is not on point, okay? So don't make that a condition. The reason you're working on self-concept is because everything is coming from you. And if you want to build a strong relationship, I mean, many of us do have to work on some of the basics, like I personally did too, and persist in those. So you could just decide, you know what? It's you. I mean, it's you and your reality. So how do you know when it is? When you tell yourself it is. That's what you could do. You could say, you know what? It is solid. Okay, maybe then you say it and you go, well, is it? You just start telling yourself, you know what? It's solid. You convince yourself it's solid. Your job is to persuade yourself and convince yourself of who you want to be. You're welcome, Kimmy. Angel, do we keep affirming? Don't affirm no third party, because if I say don't affirm the third party, well, guess what? You're thinking about the third party. If you think about the third party, they will be present in your life. So don't do that. You affirm you. You affirm you. You affirm, I'm the greatest. I'm the hottest. He loves me. He sees me as the greatest. He thinks I'm caring and loving and kind. I'm the most beautiful. All right, do you see how when you put the focus and attention on yourself, if you're putting on the third party, well, guess what? Not only will your attention be there and they will stay in your life, your SP will put their attention on them. So wherever your focus and attention is, it's growing. Like you probably heard that before, right? Your focus and attention grows and expands. I mean, our awareness of anything in our reality is what is how our reality is present in our life. It's our awareness to something that keeps it alive, okay? And you're the life-giving spirit to everything in your life. So you're giving life and spirit to a third party. Don't do that. You instead give it to yourself. That way you're focusing on yourself, building yourself up as the best. And putting the focus and attention on you is going to bring more focus and attention on you in other areas. Like that you're probably working on work on more self-love. If there's a third party, maybe, pretty sure you're going to need to work on being secure, being confident, and your own self-love. Okay, so work on that. Not only that, imagine you see yourself that way in the highest regard. And not only do you see yourself that way, your specific person sees you that way as well. Okay, so no third party, don't think about them at all. If you think about them, just say, oh, like, I think didn't they move out of town? Didn't they find a new relationship? Okay, so you need to create a story for that third party. They've found somebody new. Best way to affirm that circumstances don't matter. Affirm, okay, so whatever the circumstance is in your life, we don't want to affirm that they don't matter. We want to affirm, I'm someone who can overcome anything. I'm someone who can transcend any situation, right? So see yourself as I'm someone who is unfazed. I'm someone who, like, this doesn't bother me a bit. I know more, because that doesn't matter. Like, okay, you could soften it up because it doesn't matter, because I can change it right now. That's what you want to be affirming. If you do my God state meditation on YouTube, that one's going to be powerful. I added in affirmations like that affirm you're a person that transcends all circumstances, and you're powerful, and you know how to do that. Okay. Do you know how to do it? Maybe not necessarily, but you're going to affirm it and bring it into your life. You become the person you want to be by assuming to be that person. So assume you're that person. I am that person. I'm that person who's unbothered, unfazed. I'm so secure inside. I know I can change anything. I know I have the power that creates worlds. I know that everything in this world is responding to me. Those would be really powerful affirmations. You're welcome, Kelsey. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. I love the little shamrock. And good luck to everybody. So you can actually affirm, I'm just a lucky person. I'm a lucky person. Okay, it's not that you're creating it deliberately though. Okay. It's not like it's out of your hands that you're lucky. Okay, look more specifically or deliberate at it. Like create, like, I just happen to be lucky all the time. I always get something good. I just walk in the right place at the right time. I'm just lucky. I'm lucky like that. Okay, so you're not supposed to focus on the how or when, but can I control that it's peaceful? Yeah, you can do that. Okay, so here's the thing. I do manifest knowing how. And I do manifest by specific dates, okay? Maybe not on every topic, but you can, okay? Here's why we tell you not to. Because if it's something that you're not sure about, now your brain wants to think, how is this going to happen? That's not real. Your brain wants to think, that's not logical. That's not realistic, because for a whole lifetime, you've thought logically, realistically, but once you start manifesting, or not, we're manifesting all the time, you know that, right? When you're deliberately creating and manifesting things into your life, you can know the how, but you don't want it to interfere with your worry and your doubt. That's why you could just go to the end and say it's done. You're not thinking about the how. But you're already manifesting things right now. You know the how. You know how you get out of bed every day. And those are all manifestations. There are things you know how you're manifesting it. Okay, so you're going to figure out with yourself, like, I can know the how. You can affirm it like that. I know how to do this. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly how I'm getting that extra money. I know exactly how, this is playing out, and it's going to look like this. I know exactly that it will be peaceful and harmonious. Okay. But see, I'm coming from a state of being I know I have confidence. I believe so deeply in the unseen reality that it's more real than everything here. Okay. Maybe I could waver on certain topics, but I just go right back into creating that belief. Okay. I get really strong in that belief. I'm really firm in that. So practice feeling in that place. If it feels like worry when you're thinking about the how, then that's when you let the how go. Okay. You can manifest in a short time. I think why people say you can't is because their assumption, even a teacher has an assumption that you might get worried and you can't do it within a short time frame, but you can do it. Okay, so you want to be relaxed. You want to imagine that that date has already passed. Imagine it's already past that date and have imaginal conversations about that. Okay, in the big picture, the reality looks linear to us, but it's not. It's only the present moment. So we don't necessarily need to focus on time. What's the difference if you got the manifestation by this date or that date? And sometimes people put so much pressure on themselves, it's got to be done by this time. Then you're not relaxed. So that makes sense why you would say, don't worry about the time, because you want to be relaxed. You want to feel more effortless and relaxed. Okay, so start affirming, like, I'm really good at manifesting quickly. I think I can do that, right? Like, come from this like inquisitive place of like, I think, not like you need to get it done, but like, I think I can do that. I want to do that. Okay, soften it up. I think I can do that. I'm really interested to try that. But not that you need it, because it's already in, you already have everything. Something really, really imperative to do is practice feeling one and connected to everything in the world. Practice feeling, like maybe make it an exercise, like every couple days or once a week or something like that. Like just look at everything and feel like this is all here for me and it's all one and connected to me. Let your brain, your mind expand, because this is beyond some of how we our own conception of how we see reality. But maybe you want to play in that idea, so you practice seeing things as one. Practice seeing things as things, like being all your material things in the world, people, places, things, everything. Practice feeling one and connected, and that everything is an extension of you. Okay, so because when you know it's already yours, it's also easier. Because you're like, yeah, it's all mine. It's all here for you. This whole world is actually here for you. This is like your little playground. You get to have everything. All right. SP, high ski life. SP blocked me, then he unblocked me on one platform. Why is this the case? Well, you need to go within your thoughts, right? Okay, so your thoughts are preceding the physical reality. Do you understand that part? What you're thinking is what's happening in the outer reality. What your current reality is right now being blocked, it's because of past thoughts that you had. Did you doubt if this person liked you? Did you, so it's doubts, fears, worries, mostly in relationship to this particular person, or maybe just general assumptions. So you can probably figure that out. But here's the thing. Do you need to spend a lot of time figuring that out? If you can't figure it out right away, that's okay. Just every once in a while, ask yourself, like, why do I think this happened to me? What was I thinking? What was I thinking about? Okay, it'll come up, it'll surface up within you. But here's what you do. This is what your solution is. The solution is you affirm the reality you want. Okay, so SP, don't keep thinking about and talking about it. Don't talk about it with your friends. Don't bring it up anymore. If friends want to bring it up, just say, hey, don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about something new. That's what you do with your friends, right? With the people in your current reality. Don't spend time reaffirming the reality you don't want. That's number one. Then you affirm the reality in your mind. This is all done within. You're imagining it, you're affirming it, you're assuming it. So I intend SP is in contact with me. I intend that we are together. I intend that they, so what does it look like? What does that picture look like to you that you want? Kesha, oh, you love my energy. I'm such a calm presence. Daisy, SP is a player. He has awful replies. I've never had this beef, so okay, what is it reflecting? Okay, here's the thing. It doesn't mean it's okay. You're creating reality generally and specifically. Not everything is necessarily related to whether you feel worthy. It's a story. Okay? You've lived a whole life knowing we make judgments about people, we make assumptions about people. We could look at someone and think, oh, they look like a player. We don't even realize we're doing it. Oh, maybe if they're all like muscle built and you're thinking, and then they're talking to a lot of, I'm just going to let's just say a guy who is really built. This is like, could either be a stereotype, assumption. Now you look at that person, for whatever reason, you've made a judgment already based on a stereotype, based on assumptions. You're not totally consciously aware of those. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your self-concept. That's why I'm saying self-concept is important to work on, but it doesn't mean you're not going to get your manifestation. Don't condition your manifestation, because all of this is a story too. So you think he's a player for whatever reason. Now, because you already have that assumption, that person's going to reflect it. And then they reflected it, you reacted to it, and they're really showing up this way. So do you see how it's a story? Change the story, change the narrative. Okay, start to see the version of them who's showing up. There are infinite versions of that specific person. There's a version of them who's a player. There's a version of them who wants the deepest, longest relationship, that wants to marry you, if that's what you want, whatever, or you just want a partner, right? So there's that person that wants to be the partner with you. You just selected the one, you focused on the reality where they're a player. All you need to do is shift your focus on that person, right? Not on that person, but on that person, you change your conception of them to what you want it to be. And you persist in that new conception until it manifests. It's not done until you see it manifest. Don't decide after a certain time that it didn't work, because if you claim it doesn't work, now it doesn't work because you're manifesting that it doesn't work. You need to persist. Persist means consistently reaffirm the story or consistently believe this is working. Okay? So, it might not have anything to do with your self-concept. It was a judgment. It would have to do with the self-concept of, I made a judgment about another person, or I have a stereotype, a belief within me that I didn't even know. Maybe you know, but it's not something we were completely aware of and recognizing. So that's what it is. I mean, you could go deeper and think, have I been hurt in the past? And, so that would be something you'd go with, look into your self-concept. All right, I wanted to clarify that a little bit, because I've seen a lot of people with great self-concept. Then if you have this great self-concept, it's the story, the narrative that you have playing out about this person. Okay, so now here's what you do. Become aware. You have to become aware of what you're thinking, okay? You want to start just noticing and be observant. Be observant, okay? Don't make it a big chore. Through your day, you just start to be observant. Like, when you look at someone and you think something, what are you thinking about them? What are you making a judgment about them? I mean, we're doing that all the time. So start to switch and change your judgments about people. Start to look at everyone. Start to look at everyone as, do I have my other phone here? Oh no, because I had a quote from Neville Goddard. It was about changing the conception of someone, and I liked the way that he had it worded. But all you need to do is change your conception of that person to the version of them you want to experience, and that would be someone who, I'm assuming, because it sounds like you want to be with them, that you want to be like maybe starting a relationship or dating them. So what does that look like? They're kind, they're respectful. They're a one person that just wants to date one person. They don't want to date around. They're not a player. That's not them, okay? They want to be in a committed relationship. They're emotionally intelligent. They share their feelings. they treat you and put you on a pedestal. They love and adore you and care for you. Okay, so you get clear on what you want and imagine that new version. Okay, A and J. Have SP on social media, but I'm not sure whether to delete him. I don't want to be seen as a doormat. Well, this is advanced manifesting, you guys. He's or SP, sorry, I don't mean to say he. Yeah, you said him. Okay, he's only reflecting you. So you don't want to be seen as a doormat. Don't assume you are a doormat, okay? Okay, so here's what you do. You decide what you want. You're right now reacting to the current reality of what you think that person is and how they may have treated you in the past. You don't want that treatment anymore. Stop focusing on that now. Just sit down with a piece of paper, write it out, not even your phone or laptop. You take and script out, what do I want my life to look like with him? What do I want it to look like with him? Do you want him to be in a relationship with him? Do you want him to be completely committed to you? Do you want him to respect you? Do you want him to go above and beyond for you? Then you need to write that out. You write it out, and you could read that every day. Practice seeing him as that version. That's what you do. If you delete him and do all these other things, that's just reacting to the 3D reality. You affirm in your mind what you want, how you want him to be and show up in your life. And then if you're saying something like, I don't want to be a doormat, well, that might mean, do you have standards? So look at what your standards are. It's okay if you didn't have standards. Start creating standards now. Standards mean, how do you expect to be treated? You expect to be treated with respect. Okay? Not everything is okay. When you get clear on what you want in a relationship, they will reflect the new belief in what the new conception that you're holding of your relationship with each other. But you need to affirm it. And you can only tell yourself one story. You can't go back and forth. Delete him today, and then I'm going to affirm him. Or should I delete him? And what should I do? I don't know. Is this working? Okay, if your brain is going all over the place back and forth, there's not necessarily any movement. You might have a little movement, a little response, then all of a sudden ghosted, right? That's why it's going back and forth, because you're not clear in your mind. You get clear intent, get clarity on what you want, and you focus on that. You affirm it. You can imagine it. You can use different techniques. You could just decide it's done. Sunshine, for example, I want to get married, but in my early 20s. Yeah, okay, don't look to the outside reality to tell you what's good for you. If you know you want that, just decide it. I want this. This is what I want, and I'm going to have that. So if the world is telling you you're too young, guess what? They're probably reflecting back to you, because you're saying, I want to get married, but, so there's some sort of but. I'm only in my early 20s, so what? Now, like I'm saying, the world, people in your world may reflect back to you, I don't know, is that a good idea? Because you already thought that. You've already had thoughts. You've already maybe doubted and worried or considered, or maybe you're worried about what other people think. Just decide what you want for yourself. And you can affirm a reality where I'm always supported. Everybody supports what I do. Okay? So just get clear on what you want. Get clear on how that marriage looks and who does it look like it's to. It doesn't have to be a specific person, but create the person, the traits of that person. What would it look like if you were married? What to do if emotionally and mentally I reacted to 3D? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, and imagine this scenario I don't want to happen. Okay, Blake, so here's the thing. Tell yourself it's okay. I've reacted. It's okay to react, but what you want it to be few and far between eventually, right? When you do react, just tell because if you worry about it, then you're building up that emotion and feeling that's like against something. So instead of doing that, if you react, just say, wait a minute, that's okay. I didn't want to do that. I lost whatever, like control. That's okay. That's okay. You tell yourself that's okay. I did that. I reacted. It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because right now you can change it. And just say to yourself, I'm going to get better at doing this. I intend to be more focused. I know I can do this. I'm going to imagine what I want. And then that's what you want to, you want to affirm the reality that you want, or construct scenes in your mind of how that looks. Spend more time thinking about the dream life, right? What you want, what's your desire, what do you hope to have, okay? Because not hope, but you will have it, but that's what you want your focus and attention to go on. I'm scared of my divorce. Well, you can start thinking, I'm dreaming of sunsets. Start imagining how you want it to look, okay? Or just, maybe you say intentions. I intend this, everything goes my way, and I intend that I am safe, and I intend to feel safe and secure. And that's probably what you want to be focusing on, feeling safe, feeling secure, intending things go your way, that your life is becoming more peaceful and more harmonious. Your job is to help yourself focus more on, I know there's fear, but you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So focus on what that light looks like. Life is getting better, and I'm supposed to have a good life, and this is getting better. You conceive yourself and persuade and affirm yourself that it's a solid relationship. Exactly. Here. Why are we persuading ourselves? Because we didn't know reality to be this way. We didn't know that there were infinite versions. Creation is complete. You are only shifting and moving into the reality that already exists. Okay, so we kind of have to convince ourselves of that. We're persuading ourselves. We're practicing feeling it more normal and natural by affirming it. Lizzie, can I give examples for good affirmations, SP being committed to you and prioritizing you? I do have a video on YouTube. If you click the link in my bio, it's called I Am the Prize video. And that's a meditation where it's like, I am the prize. I am a priority. I am premium. I am first class. I am a masterpiece, right? So for them being committed to you, I do also have there is a playlist. If you click my playlist, it has the meditations there. So I have a meditation about being committed, in a committed relationship also. But hey, I gotta go. Sonia, how are you? I do have to go. So everybody have a wonderful night. If you do want extra help, I started a monthly VIP coaching group. In my group, I go live on Zoom. I've been going live almost every day, 6 days a week. So I have classes every day that I'm teaching. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about parallel realities, quantum jumping. I have a Q&A on Saturday. So I'm doing a workshop, 30 days to creating your ideal self-concept in relationship to your specific person, yourself, work. If you need additional help and you want that kind of support where you have motivation and inspiration, join my group. It's really powerful you know how it is when this whole thing is persuading ourselves. So if we're out here in the world doubting and wondering, I'm not saying it can't happen. I was able to do it. I didn't join a group, so you can do it on your own. But if you're a person that wants to get support and make this happen quickly and feel good about this, join my group. You can try free for 3 days if you're interested. And I'm talking about a lot of things. I'm going to have an inner conversation workshop next week. I'm going to talk about believing in the unseen reality. I have a lot of topics, and I'm taking your suggestions for what workshops that you want to hear. So if you want that help, look at in my bio. The link is there. It says Shannon's monthly coaching group. And I know you guys can all do this. I'm intending a great life for you. It's getting better, and have a great night. All right, bye-bye.